One picture has it all. We could have just made a short instead of a 25 or 30-minute long video. Hello everyone and welcome to Pripyat, the town where most, if not all, of the workers lived that worked in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant until 1986, until the great disaster. Unknowingly to me, Pripyat, this famous town that you could travel to before COVID times and war times, with the tourism agencies from Kiev, but also just as a stalker illegally on your own. Don't do that. But many people have. And this town exists, or the buildings exists, and you can go in them and see old furniture and whatever is left, whatever wasn't stolen. And yeah, unknowingly to me, this town at which entrance gates we are just standing, there you have it, Pripyat, is on Google Street View, quite interestingly. And there's good coverage. So what would be better to spend this evening to go in there and see what we find? I'm here at the main checkpoint that you have to pass when you come with a car. Ukrainian flag, but it seems that we got clearance already before. Yeah, he knows who we are. And yeah, we really can choose between different paths. Official Google Street View coverage 2015. So that's already almost 10 years ago. So by now it might even look more, derelict and overgrown and all these things. This is the main street, Prospect Lenina here. It doesn't look like a main street. And I think in this particular journey here we have to watch out what's left and right of us. Not because there would be any dangerous wolves, just because otherwise we would miss things. Like this house that is hidden through these bushes. You can barely recognize a window up there. And there will be many of such situations. Of course, I hope to also make it to the famous Ferris wheel, to this restaurant or canteen that is still there, to the school. I hope to come across all of these things, or even some new things that may not be so present in my mind. I think at the best of times, I'm not too sure, 50,000, 30,000, 70,000 people lived here, around that size, little town, you can say. And they lived mostly in these prefab houses, as most people in the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe generally did. And yeah, most of these are still there, still standing strong, although the facades are crumbling. This used to be a small shop, I'm sure. And yeah, this is one of the main intersections. Lenina Avenue and Koyatova Street. We can go left, we can go right. It's a gamble. Let's go right. The town is not so big, so we should really be able to cover all of it, as long as I'm not mixing things up here. More buildings there. Now, what kind of atmosphere do you feel here now? Anyway, this is some kind of, what might this have been? Some office or some bar or some restaurant. It's a brick building, which is more fancy. It might have been a bar or a restaurant. Housing comes in different typologies. You have these towers and you have these blocks. More housing. You see all the, it looks very, I would know a house or two in my city that looks similar, nowadays, but this is 40 years ago, long time, so it still resembles a lot a city. Gamma travel, and together with Google, I think the street view footage will be alternating a little bit here, depending on which path we choose. To our right is apparently the old yacht club, because there is a river nearby which is Pripyat River, which is what the city is named after. And we can have a quick look down there just to see this river. I don't actually know if we can, but let's go to this photo point here. So there's the old house of the old yacht club in itself, some kind of boat. The city is here, but no building seems to be higher than these trees from here. And down here, you see some kind of industry, and here to the right would be the nuclear power plant. Ah, there's the city, there in the distance. Nice lake. Here's another old boat. I guess from all I know, everything metal is holds still more radiation than, just trees or something. So let's stay away from the metal. So far so good. Didn't see any stray dogs, other people, wolves, bears or whatnot. Also, it's June, it's the middle of the day. It's as less spooky, I think, as it possibly could be. Pretty nice that this is that the Google car wrote these roads, They really knew how to make people interested in Google Street View, if not already. I mean, how could you not? How could you not? Alright, more houses. One building that I know has famously the hammer and the sickle kind of on top of it, but I believe it is more in the center. We are, as much as you can say this about a small town, we are quite at the outskirts. But yeah, very overgrown, very spooky, with such a big house. Looking at it, I feel as if there might be someone looking out of the window, It's the kind of place where your mind plays tricks on you. Perhaps one block after the other. It's quite simple. Building a working town for one main industry is of course not unheard of or uncommon in the Soviet Union and also in other places. Very mono town. In this case, the industry really broke away in one night. Wow. Outer staircase. That's cool. This you don't necessarily see all the time. Very nice. I wonder to what extent these houses are all blocked off. Another tower. These houses just really differ in their balconies. It's a little bit more ornamented here. Different kind of pattern. Somehow this leaf stuck with us as well. That's the most unfortunate thing that could have happened to the Google car. I hope we're gonna lose this leaf again. Here we have some nice ornaments in the central staircase. All the windows are open. I don't know why that would be the case. Otherwise, the concrete is in pretty good condition, Surprisingly. Wow, this balcony glass is almost coming off. This door is open, but maybe the second door is not. Yeah. I guess this is here you have old, maybe you put your laundry there, but kids would have used it to play football, or maybe it is actually a football goal. This is the perfect place to just, look around. Garages where the Soviet men would have spent Saturday afternoons saying he's going to polish the car, but ending up just drinking really. But yeah, a simple life centered around work, leisure time, bars, cafes, if you could afford it, and kids would be playing. Normal chit-chat, normal city life, huh? This almost looks renovated from the distance. Yeah. But in a way, for me, I've been engaging with this incident that happened here for so long. It has almost become so normal. I don't necessarily get very sentimental now spending some time here. I'm just kind of really enjoying that it's actually possible. The foliage is still our biggest enemy here as of yet. This is the house that I just said looks renovated. It appears to be really not. Can you imagine that, now with trying to build and be and live more environmentally sustainable or conscious, that this is how a modern day city could look like. Just having so many plants, I mean, climatically must be quite a nice, you know. It's a bit overgrown here, of course, but some old gate was here. Another brick house. Yeah, different style. I don't think that necessarily indicates a different period. Perhaps a little bit, but I guess this is all 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe still 80s. I mean, I don't know. The town was probably still under construction when this incident happened. Who knows? Yeah, this road is a road that many cars drive on. You can just tell by the track of the wheels. And there we have it. Another car. All right. This is not us, but could have been. This is... Yeah, this must be a school. Might be a hospital as well. It's not so apparent to me, but this kind of lower structure looks like school or hospital. I think this might be the house with the hammer and the sickle here. What else can we see? Here we have a sort of, yeah, gathering place, huh? It's Jubilee, House of Life. Yeah, let's say where events would happen, where people would come together. I've never seen this lighting here. Looks nice, must have looked nice. You can find images from Pripyat when it was still just a town, I'm pretty sure, online. Alright, let's go back to the road. Let's hit the road again. Apparently there's something down here. He's a military man, but he seems to be with us. Right. Pretty tough job for the military to be out here every day, you know. It's a little bit spooky, I suppose. So here we are inside. This is kind of how it looks inside. There are just so many photo points. Sovietsky Patriot. Yeah, pretty run down. I mean, it's cool, but I've seen this. I've seen a, derelict house like this. Also where things have been left behind. People have always mentioned how cool it is that everything looks like it's been left from one moment to the other, and I think it has, of course. Even though I think the population wasn't notified immediately about the incident. But still, they had to leave from one moment to the other. But yeah, I'd rather click myself around here because it kind of feels like a computer game without any clear task. The only task is to explore as much as we can in the time we have. I guess it's a little bit how I would play Grand Theft Auto as well. Just sometimes you would be just driving around and look at the city, or is it just me doing it? I don't think so. Right. I thought this is a tiger there, but it's like some kind of pipe tube sort of thing. Like a white tiger, whatever it would do here. Right, let's go down this road. Yeah, and again, here we have been earlier. This is this sort of, one of the more central roads. So I think now it's time to look at the photo points. Yeah. Telephone booth, huh? Might it be so? Things, yeah. I mean, these are down here, probably thrown out from here or from there. I don't think they're supposed to be there. Someone considered it funny. This is a swimming pool, clearly. That looks pretty nice. very deep. You could jump in from 5 meters. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen this swimming pool. Azure swimming pool. That's pretty nice. Alright. I guess these photo points really capture the essence. Looks kind of cool how the tree is growing. There, it's this house, folds up. This is some kind of shop. Old cash register. Well, obviously it's old. Yeah, might be a school here as well. I mean, this is a basketball, kids playing basketball. Very Soviet type of sport. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is, but it's not housing. I can tell you that much. There's some kind of thing down here. This is the kind of, remember these scenes with these old ambulance cars? That's how they looked like some kind of industrial place, garage, hangouts. There used to be some kind of bar here, it seems. Graveyard for cars and trucks. What's going on here at the station? Oh, right, there's even old wagons. Okay, that's cool. That I did not know. Wow. What a big pile of garbage all of this is, huh? Truly astonishing. I'm now kind of clicking rather randomly here, and I'm asking myself where this Ferris wheel is. I said I didn't really want to see it, but now that I just can't seem to find it. Alright, yes. Water. We should maybe try to find, and also where this house with the hammer and the sickle is. Where could it be? Have we been to all of these? I don't think we have. But this is the school, right? So I need to go somewhere else. Here's a park. Oh yeah, okay. This is this typical amusement park. Very cool. Very nice. Every Soviet city has these kind of wagons that kids or adults could rent. Not always necessarily in such a little arena, but right. Yeah, this is the main photo motif that people come. The Ferris wheel, abandoned Ferris wheel. It's not the only abandoned Ferris wheel in the world, but it is one of the most photographed and one of the coolest. Certainly. So this must have been some kind of square. I mean, the tarmac looks still kind of smooth, you know. Very nice. So we have seen that. I am glad. Yeah. Some of the things, some of the seats already got tired and fell off. And yeah, where would be this house that I'm looking for? Nobody knows. There was a video where someone lit up this hammer and sickle sign, but even this is from 2018. This is just too long ago to really... 2017, but it's a bit better quality. Here you see the sarcophagus. that they are building the cover of the reactor. Yeah, and definitely, I mean, this is November now, definitely has a much cooler, better vibe in November than in summer. And there's apparently also a mosque here, which is kind of cool. But it's also strange because you know you are in the city, but you can never look far, you know, which is a bit odd, confusing, I guess, in some ways. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wooden floor. Thanks to Gamma Travel for going to every nook and cranny that is available here. SSSR. And some politician. This is a good picture for 2015. I tell you that. And we can even move here. Wow. Yeah, there's lots of things to discover, you know. There's not only this Ferris wheel, there's loads of things to see, which is good fun. This mural here, painting, but these are not the workers of the nuclear industry, which I would have liked to see here as a mural. All right, hotel, Badicia, hotel, is this an L maybe? Policia, police hotel, something like this. Oh wow, look at all of this. This we've seen from somewhere up here. Here, there you have it. There is the hammer and the sickle. Pretty much somewhere in the center here. Yeah, but this is the kind of picture we needed. This light, another hammer and sickle right there. Very cool. And what a picture, really. Wow, love it. It's the best so far, somehow. It shows so much. The sarcophagus there in the distance. Very, very nice. Great place to also stop it. Here you are. Now I'm getting into it. Here you even see the landscape design still. You know, it's not just overgrown. In winter it becomes more clear where the roads were and where there were just bushes. And yeah, now it becomes a city a little bit more in winter, you know, when other places die down in winter because they're very summery cities. Here you can actually start to recognize some structures finally and see some buildings, and wow, very, very cool. Oh, look at this pavilion here. Wow. One picture has it all. We could have just made a short instead of a 25 or 30 minute long video. So I think this hammer and sickle here, someone lit up. And there's also something written here, which I cannot read. And even if I was, I mean, I couldn't just go closer. It's not, I'm not a bird. Wow. Massive, the sarcophagus, huh? Now you see it. Well, anyway, okay. Before I blabber even more, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that as much as you could. And I see you for the next video. Bye bye.